Hello, welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds, where today, after making lasagna sauce yesterday, we're gonna build the lasagna. If I don't wreck the place first. Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to stitch it all together into one. Otherwise, it'll be part one, part two, the prep, and then the build. Obviously the hard part is making the sauce. Made it yesterday, and it's smelling beautiful. And we've got there's a little chunk of tomato in there still, but as you can see, it's a very nice uniform consistency. Right, so oven preheated to 350 degrees. And, and yesterday was our anniversary. We had a wonderful evening. Really enjoyed the fish. And we'll be definitely consuming a lot of that when we're in the Philippines in December. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down so we can see what's going on. There we go. Okay. Now, for my lasagna, I use two kinds. If I don't make my own, I use the Oliveri sheets, and these are fresh pasta. And I also use this, and the reason I use this is the no bake or no boil lasagna noodles. And the reason I use these is I put them down on the first layer because they soak up a lot of moisture, and they provide a good solid base. Okay, so I'm going to be doing more than just the one here, but it's pretty simple once we've done the sauce. So we just plunk it in there. Make sure you get good coverage. Go. And should be good. One. Two. Nobody's going to see this. Go. Smoosh that down. And this will all grow together, so don't have to worry too much about it. There. Okay, so we're good. So we've got one layer of sauce, and then second layer of sauce. there she be. Okay. Next, cottage or ricotta cheese. Same thing basically. Ricotta, Italian for cottage. And what I do is I like to put it through the strainer and get rid of all this extra whey. You don't have to do that, but I find it makes the lasagna much less runny. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to put down a layer of the cottage cheese. And this will melt out and distribute, so you don't have to get it like exact. But if that's your thing. Okay, and then we've got cheddar cheese. I use old. I like the old cheese. A lot more flavor. And this was, just grated up earlier. Oh, if you're looking to save money, don't buy the cheese that's already shredded in the store. Just take a few minutes to do it yourself. And when it's a lot, I use a food processor with the grating blade. And block of cheese like this, and like 5 seconds, and you're done. So, okay, so we got the second layer of meat and a layer of cottage and cheddar cheese. Got these fresh ones. I also have these ones that were frozen from before. And again, this will expand as well. Okay, next layer of sauce. Go. Tuck that in, you don't want it sticking out. Another layer of cottage cheese. pause. I heard the infant making a noise, so. Okay, it's all good. Okay, there we go. And you can put some white cheese down, but I usually just leave that for the top. I like that on the top. Oops. There we go. We've got extra chairs set out here. That's not our regular furniture because we're having people come over tonight. Okay, now, next one. I like to tuck in the edges so they don't get dried out and burnt. Go. Okay. One more layer of sauce, and you want to make sure all the noodles are covered here because this is the top layer. And you want to kind of smush it down too. Oh, and these are bits of oregano, in case you're thinking they're something nasty. They're not. That was fresh oregano from our garden. gonna OCD over it too much. Not too much. Okay, now we go in with the top layer of mozzarella cheese. And you can mix the cheddar and the white on top, but I usually just go with the mozzarella. I don't know. I don't like the. Can you see me? I don't like the cheddar cheese on top. I don't know why. Actually, I think it's probably because it's not melty. It's not the same kind of meltiness as the mozzarella, if I can use that term. Meltiness. And I've got the laptop in a different position here today, so I hope you can hear me. Okay, so yeah, so this is going to bubble up as it cooks. So I put a sheet pan underneath so it doesn't make a mess of the oven. And we have lots of mozzarella, so we'll really lay it on here. And you may have heard me mention yesterday, today is our final day of our provincial election in British Columbia. And people are really hungry for change, and it's not just Canada, all over. It's kind of interesting to see how these meta trends kind of come together from time to time. It's happening in the UK, it's happening in Canada, in the United States, to a lesser extent Australia, although I understand Albanese has went and purchased himself a multi-million-dollar mansion in Hawaii, so he may be not planning to stick around for long, or not expected to stick around for long. Here in Canada, Trudeau would have been out a long time ago, but he just clings to power like those nasty little things on your underwear at the back. Anyways, we're talking about food here, so enough of that, Kev. Okay, so here it is. Okay, and I'm telling you, this thing weighs, I think it weighs nearly 10 pounds. But anyways, so there it is. Oh, my other speaker just turned itself off because I wasn't using it. That's what the noise was. Okay, and doing a couple other small ones here. And you can get big tin things like for this too. Again, when you're using the tin, you really want to have a sheet pan under it because these things are flimsy. And you know, when it comes out, it's hot. So Okay, so I'm going to pause and, well, try not to knock this over again. Yeah, so I'm going to pause and that's going to go in the oven. Usually takes 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. This is a big one, so maybe closer to an hour. And we'll be back with the finished product. Okay, so hi, I'm back. Here we are. It's out of the oven. I'll bring it up to the camera. Now, isn't that just a lovely thing? Oh, it was bubbling like a beautiful little volcano when I pulled it out. And yeah, got some nice browning of the cheese on top. Some people don't like that, so you don't have to cook it quite as long. This was about 45 minutes. And what I suggest be done is that put it in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, and then just put the light on and take a look at it. Or if you want, you can even open the door and turn it around. So, yeah, this is beautiful. I'm very pleased with it, and had extra of most things. So, got another one here. Another one to go in the oven, and had extra meat but no cottage cheese. And anyways, so what I did was there wasn't that much sauce left, but what I did was I made like improvised what do you call them, cannelloni or manicotti, whichever one is bigger. Anyways, so yeah, so gonna cover that with foil. It's a nice big fish, so I don't need anything under it. Okay. These go over to the oven. Okay, so that's it. After it comes out of the oven, here, let's look at my face again. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Yeah. So yeah, so that's going to set up a little bit. It's going to stay rocket hot for at least 30 minutes, and warm for long after that time. Excuse me. And the other stuff, well, whatever. Anyways, so that's it. That's my version of Italian style lasagna, and it's a favorite of ours, family favorite, fan favorite, and it seems a bit expensive when at first. One way you can save money is buying the cottage cheese instead of the ricotta cheese, or you can even make your own. It's really easy, and I'm going to have a video on that probably in the next day or so. Because I've got some whole milk that needs to be used up. I might as well make cottage cheese. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today then, and hope I've whetted everybody's appetites. And it's Saturday night here. There's still time, or Saturday evening, and there's still time to go out and have yourself a nice Italian feed, yeah, or a nosh, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so yeah, so thanks for joining me, and as I said, I hope I can somehow make this into one video, and I'll try and have it published tomorrow, Sunday. All right, thanks again, and have a great day, everybody. Bye now.